I'm going to be running out and having a little sushi because not only am I craving some sushi, but I'm also wanting to have a little bit of a higher carb meal today. I've been secretly kind of doing a carb cycle thing, and so this is going to be a bit of my high carb meal. And so I wanted to take you guys with me to enjoy it. So if you're ready, come on, let's go, because I'm freaking hungry right now. Oh my god, it's so amazingly gorgeous out today. Look how green it is out here in sunny Los Angeles, California. We're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna walk, that's what we're gonna do today. So I guess as I walk, I'll talk to you guys and tell you kind of what's been going on. So I have been thinking about, and not only thinking about, but I'm sure of it, I'm going to be competing again in 2018. So it's been about almost 3 years since I hit up the stage, and I'm ready to get back at it again, and I miss it. I really and truly miss like bodybuilding, and I miss being on stage. I miss the grind of it. I miss the work. And you know, a lot of the reasons why I had stepped away was mostly because I was kind of just like, I wasn't really happy with the way women's physique was developing at the time. And just even now, like, I feel like it's really not a look that I want to have for myself. But I really love figure. And when I saw physique really starting to change back in 2015, like, I just really felt like I didn't want to look like the way that the judging was going. And I had like no place to compete. Because at that time I wasn't even like considering figure. I just was like, I want to be physique. That's why I turned pro in. So I quit. I stepped away, I walked away, and I promised myself that I would never do that, because I feel like I also retired from dance a little bit earlier than I should have. So for me, competing was like, you know what? I'm not going to quit no matter what. And then I end up stepping away. And now I'm in a much better place. Like, there were times when I would like, let me go this way actually. There were times when I would be like stepping on stage and feeling complete anxiety, like anxiety attack about going out there and performing my routine and being judged. And that's crazy for me because I was a performer, you know? So for me to have those kinds of emotions just kind of made no sense. And I just really got to a point where I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. So it was just time for me to just give it up and to walk away. Another thing was, for me, I went overboard with diuretics and stuff like that. I always felt like my coach at the time really had me pulling a lot of water, and I have had times where I passed out on stage, like, and had to have like paramedics look at me because my electrolytes got so low from doing all the harsh things that we had to do in order to get me leaner, because I wasn't on a bunch of drugs. So yeah, I mean, there were a number of things that contributed to me stepping away. And when I did, I felt like I had nothing. And even up to like the last like month or so before I decided to get back into the game again, it's like I felt kind of like, here I am, this person who's always had something going. Like, you know, if I was dancing at one point, and, you know, I always had auditions, I always had class, I always had something to do. And then when I started competing, I always had shows, I always had like to prep, and I had to get ready, and I was traveling, and I was doing all this really great stuff. And to go from like having that, like, you know, as a part of my life, just as a daily thing, to like nothing at all, like all I do is work, I was just going crazy. Like, I really have felt like I have no aspiration. I wanted to get back on stage, and I was saying in the back of my head, like, my God, it would be so great to be able to like compete and maybe do it as an amateur again, because that's when I really enjoyed it. And that's not a possibility for me to go back to being an amateur once you're an IFBB pro. Once you're an Olympian, like, what are you doing, you know? So I just decided to shut the hell up and get back out there again. And this time to play it on my terms and by my rules. And when I say that, I mean, like, yeah, I want to get back to the Olympia because I'm always a driven person. I mean, that's what makes us competitors, right? But like, to do it, to pick the shows that I want to do, to bring the look to the stage that I want to bring, to enjoy the process, to not try to do like 60 shows a year trying to qualify. Like, and just really be a lot smarter about it this time, because I want to have a longevity within, you know, the competitive fields and career and stuff like that. I want to be able to compete for a number of years. So that's where I am. So I'm starting back again, and I feel really good. I mean, I feel like my body is in a really great place too, because I didn't allow myself to like gain a whole bunch of weight or anything. So my body's in a great place. And right now my main focus, I just want to come down a little bit, just lose a little bit of weight, and kind of like see where I am physically, and then from there, you know, make whatever adjustments I have to do. And I don't know, I'm going to be stepping out in 2018. I don't know what date yet, because the schedule of course hasn't come out, but as soon as the schedule comes out I'll know. And it's probably not going to be about till spring, so I have a good, from now, like I have a good like 8 or 9 months to get my life together. So I'm feeling really positive about this decision and the way that things are going to be going. So I'm taking you guys along on the ride, you know that. So we're just going to go ahead and rock and roll and have some fun. Those look so good. I don't think I'm having any today, but they look amazing. Can I just get the hot night? Hot night? Yeah, and then a spider roll. One spider? Yeah, and that's what I'll start with for now. Okay. Thank you. So when I go out for sushi, like honestly speaking, like I don't really count the calories or anything like that. What I do is just eat mindfully. Like usually if I know I'm gonna go have that, then I try to keep my calories lower during the day. So for instance, I didn't have breakfast and it's around 2 o'clock. So this would be like the equivalent of probably like 2 or maybe 3 meals, depending on how many rolls that I have. So I don't even really count calories. I mean, it's hard to count calories when you go to a sushi restaurant. So I try to keep things a little bit on the lighter side. And again, it just depends on what I've eaten throughout the day. But I found the best way to do it, if you're going to go ahead and do this, is to just save the calories for the meal, so that way you can have like something really, really yummy and not have to worry about going overboard. And that's what's really great about a more flexible approach to dieting. Like if you're not really like giving yourself all these restrictions and stuff like that, when it's not necessary. Like if I were contest prep dieting right now, I wouldn't be eating sushi, but lifestyle way, it's a different story. So, you know, just finding ways to make things work into your equation and your meal planning is like the best course of action. Try to maintain it, but when you get here, it's suddenly wasted. Oh, baby. Here's the other roll that I got, which is the spider roll, which is like soft shell crab and some other stuff. And I never used to eat this, like soft shell crab, but I like it. I really, really freaking love this. This is a little bit on the expensive side here in LA eating sushi. All I had were 3 rolls and a miso soup. Child, you gotta curtail that eating out. So, that's really it for today. So my big news is that I'm getting back in the game and I'm so excited about it. And I'm really, you know, ready to just get my focus back, get my groove back. Tomorrow I'm officially going to be like really like getting more serious about my diet, but doing it for real this time. And like I said, I'm doing more of a carb cycle. So I'll give you all the details on that in some upcoming vlogs. But I guess, you know, if I can leave you with anything today, what I'd like to say is that, you know, if you really want something and it feels like in your heart it's something that you want to do, I know a lot of you out there have aspirations to compete and step on stage, and you have to just go when the timing is ready for you, and always know that the stage will always be there. And if you're someone who has competed before and, you know, maybe you've gotten a little disheartened about things and you decided to take a step back, and if you've been thinking about getting back into the game again, go for it. You know, it doesn't hurt to try, but like the one thing, no matter whether you're a seasoned competitor or if you're a newbie, play on your own terms. Do it because it's what you want to do, because it's in your heart, and at the end of the day, because it's something that pushes you and gives you a drive and focus. You know, the moment that it stops being fun is the moment you have to step away, and you know, that's what I did, and I think that that break gives you that, like, that fondness for it. And that's what I needed. So we're gonna rock, guys. 2018 is gonna be on and poppin'. So let's go.